Guess what? Brooklyn's just 2-4 in those. They've played well when both stars are on the court together, but you look at the numbers, the Nets have struggled when Irving is on the floor without Durant during this stretch. So let's bring it out here and have this conversation. As promised, Wilbon is with us from Arizona today. But, Jalen Rose, I start with you. As of this morning, Vegas still has Brooklyn as a co-favorite in the Eastern Conference. Do you?
No, Brooklyn? Like, everybody has to stop being mesmerized by the offensive wizardry of Kevin Durant. He had 55 points last night, and of Kyrie Irving, who, by the way, took more shots than KD in that game, which is the reason why they're not going to win the East. You heard me. Kyrie took more shots than KD yesterday. This is why they're not going to win the East. They need that third player. They need that Ben Simmons type of player to actually get them to run offense. I know they were shorthanded, but they're so very thin up front. And I mean thin physically. KD, Claxton, they're thin up front. And they've let guards torch them each week, no matter who they playing. LaMelo Ball, torch them. Trae Young, torch them. And again, the Nets are a very talented team. But as an 8th seed playing against a 1 seed, I'm taking the 1 seed, whether it's the Heat or the Bucks, to eliminate the Nets in the first round.
He's writing off the Nets, Stephen A. Are you?
I am not writing off the Nets. Not at all. And I will say this to you. There's a couple of things that we need to take into consideration, Jalen. Number one, when they played against Milwaukee the other night in the game that they lost in Brooklyn, Kyrie did give the ball up to KD. He saw that KD was the man, and he handed it to him. He had no business shooting as much as he did last night with KD rolling in the ATL the way that he was. But nevertheless, he is somebody that trusts KD to finish the deal. And more often than not, KD will do just that. The real issue with them is their defense. Last night against Atlanta, Seth Curry didn't play. Goran Dragic didn't play. Bruce Brown didn't play. We understand that the acquisition of the big boy from Philadelphia. Andre Drummond. I'm sorry, Andre Drummond. I had brain lock for a second. Andre Drummond. He gives you some girth and some mass on your front line. Do you have the Nets as the favorite, or should you? Absolutely not. I totally get that.
Thank you.
But I'm just saying, they can beat anybody who is the favorite. I can promise you that, because when you got KD and Kyrie, you got a defense wins championships, but offense wins games. And some of these dudes show up, and they don't show up offensively. They can be had. I'm not saying they should be the Brooklyn Nets, should be the favorite, Wilbon. I'm just saying, you can be had when you look at the top of the Eastern Conference. There's nobody that you can definitively say they won't wet the bed. I don't think you can do that.
Wilby, can you give these guys some knowledge and show them why Cade Cunningham of my Detroit Pistons, future MVP, scored 34 points and beat the Nets this week?
Wilbon.
Jalen, I was thinking about you the other night when that game went down. Look, the Brooklyn Nets can't guard the four of us. Stop being, Jalen, I heard you during the Sports Center segment, and you were so right. Everybody's mesmerized and hypnotized by the names and the offensive talent. Vegas, the odds makers, have never looked dumber because they had the Lakers and the Nets. So the people doing the betting, that's what that reflects. It's not a projection of who's going to win game by game. But the situation in Vegas has never looked dumber than having the Nets and the Lakers as the favorites to do anything. How about one of them just make the playoffs, which seems to be asking too much? Stephen A., you are so mesmerized by KD and Kyrie and what they can do. Can they play defense? Can they win a game with single elimination in Atlanta? You want to bet on that? You want to guarantee that? You can't guarantee the Nets can beat anybody either. You're right. The top is vulnerable because it's so even. But don't tell me the Nets are a lock to even win a play-in game in Atlanta. The one thing working in the Nets' favor is they got this minor league schedule the last 4 games, and they're not going to have to really face anything in that play-in game as difficult as at Toronto or at Atlanta. They're going to get lucky in that way.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.